It's tea time. It's time to be calm. This is my room. So, what does it mean to unlock your room? What's the shades of how you feel? How do you want it to be? More is my room. This is how I feel. This is how I love. This is how I do everything. What are you having that suits you? I'm having tea right now. Maybe I'll do wine this weekend. How do you grow? Uh, always moving. Topic of conversation. What are you good at? What are you naturally always doing? What are you always just naturally doing? Cheers. How do you fill a space up with your life? Are you just so busy you just don't even know how to do anything else? For real? You know? How do you fill up the spaces of your time? Like right now, I like to sit at the foot of my bed. It makes me feel like safe. And I meditate. I reflect a lot. If you can put a color inside of your room, that's just the basis of what it could be. What color is it? Mine's black. Christian Grey. His was red. You know, red room, I guess. Yeah, that comes with a lot of different types of stuff. Mine does a lot. What does yours do? What color is your room? Have you ever seen that show on Netflix called Lock and Key? You have a key to the back of your spine, and then you can enter your room. Have you ever seen that show before? Check it out. That's what I'm kind of understanding and gravitating a little bit more into, and I'm probably going to be in it for a moment, so I kind of want to talk about it. How is your room? What's your room look like? What's it filled with? And we're having tea. What are you having? Something really fine. I like to go to the foot of my bed. It makes me feel good. Talking about the room that you are. Inside, you have a room that is, I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to say it like bad. But in most people's lives, you don't really figure out who you are for real And I don't want to go through that hokey pokey kind of stuff, or, inside of your spinal cord in the back of your neck. Have you ever seen that show Lock and Key? You can unlock some things about who you are that really centers into the part of your brain that is really focused on how you can see and think and do things right here at the same time. So it's really, really, really vital and key on how you feel the core part of you is. Like, I always reference like Christian Grey, because if you ever seen that series, he obviously, Christian Grey, the red room. But in red, in that shade, comes a lot of different types of things. In the movie, in that series, you can obviously see how those things come through. But not everybody is that. Like mine's black. It's not the same. But what's yours? I was talking to somebody before on a live stream, and they were talking, and they were saying blue is their primary key on who they want to become. And I'm like, that's awesome. So I threw out a couple of details on what that is to centerline their focus on how they can clean up their life physically, because the anointing of God is very vital to who you are, but at the same time, you need to understand the key focuses of what yourself is. And then you can do those things, right? So what's the color of your space? Inside, whenever you're looking on the inside, what is your shade? Mine's black, like shades of gray. In that movie, in that series, it's like shades of red. That's his deal, man. That's what, boom, everything was gray on the outside, but it always brought up the red stuff. That was it, you know what I mean? That's what people suffer through sometimes. That's who they are, and that's okay. Some people are like that. Mine's black. What's yours? Right now is to understand what those things are. Take time. Like I'm sitting at my bed. This is my room. This is what I love, and this is what I really want to enjoy. You know, you can have other shades of colors, but what is the core aspect of who you are? That's what we really want to know. Whenever you look on the inside, what do you see? God. Awesome. Okay, good. Now, whenever God shows you different choices of what you want to be in life, those choices add up to certain details of what you want to be, right? Emotions, frequencies, things, right? So within that outline of choices that God allows you to show you to become, because those are gifts, seeds that need to be shown and broken into, right? Whenever you get into those ideas and details and things, they do add up to a core thing, peace, how you want to show off everyone. Like whenever a flower blooms, what is your color it blooms into? You know what I mean? It's kind of no different, but it can be a lot of colors. But what is the primary aspect of who you are? Because that will be based on that's the choices of who you're going to become. It's a fact. Until you heal into something different or want to be something else, those are the choices that you are. It's important to understand what that is. Like I have this, right? It's black, right? That's what I want a lot more all the time. If you understand what that is, you'll get it. Yours may be gold, and everything else that comes with that, that's what that means. It's like if you have layers of understandings, and then that layer is a shade of colors. Maybe you have pink, red into dark. Maybe it's like that, like light to dark. But it's still the same shade. Like pink is still red, but it's still the things that you need. You know what I mean? But it's still that core thing, right? So, what's your core knowing and peace that you're Like, who are you? What is that for your life? You gotta know what that means and then go inside that room and clean that crap out for real. It's important. Have you ever looked at it in that way before? Like, have you ever had dreams? Everyone has dreams, right? Everyone has dreams. Whenever you have dreams and you want to, like, know pieces of who you are, you go into rooms and you see different things, symbols, ideas that bring up certain emotions. Physically, those rooms are organs, things, sections of your body. As we are asleep and we're in the most relaxed moment of what we can be open into, we go into those areas. And the more we can go into those areas, we can feel out our bodies. And through our dreams, we heal our bodies physically through the things that are going on. Like if you're seeing yourself and you open up a door and it was hard to open up, that was something that you just opened up on the inside of your body for real, physically. That's the way that works. Have you ever looked at your dreams in that way? That's a for real thing. That's why dreams are vital keys to who you are. A lot of creative individuals that know how to do a lot of things, they have very fluid dreams. They can go into lucid places and they can understand, like, they're very physical in who they are inside their dreams, like they are here. And the more you can be like that, the more open you are, the more aware you can become, and it makes sense. Life, choices, all of the things that I'm kind of talking about. If it doesn't, go to my LinkedIn, connect with me and start asking questions. Or go to your person that you normally would go question asking for and do it that way. But right now, like, this is what we need to relax into. Lots of tea. Like, I love to have tea at night. Breakfast tea is okay. Coffee's my deal, man. Coffee's my deal. I love it so bad. I do Starbucks. I don't know why. Pizza's really good too, but I've been a fanatic for a while with the caramel macchiato deal. I don't know, man. I get a venti caramel. I do. I get a venti caramel macchiato with 5 shots, and that's the best. I love it. It's like $10 every single time I get it, but man, it's my deal. And I can sit there at Starbucks for a couple hours and do my work and hang out for a little while, and it's great. Go through that whole thing and throw it away, and I'm out the door. But it takes me until, kind of takes me a little while, but so right now it's nice. What do you like to have in your room? How do you have your room set up? How clean is your room? Your bedroom, not your house. We'll get into that another time. But your room, how clean is it? If you look around, how do you have everything placed? Do you have everything set up for your day? How is everything set up? What color is your bedroom? How is your lighting in your room? Do you have art that represent different details of what you want to be? Do you have soft things like I have soft things? My sister got this one. Do you have things getting you prepared and because I'm getting ready to go on another place? Always moving. Things set up for the day. I like these. These are my Uggs. They're my house shoes. These are most expensive, bougiest. Well, until I get the other most expensive, bougiest thing I get. But no, these are my Uggs. I like these Uggs. So don't protest me. It's lamb's leather, lambskin. And I love it. It's to me it's bougie, but I like it. They weren't like $1,500 like some of these people are. Like I'll probably end up getting me something like that one day pretty soon. We always move on to different things that you want to grow into and experience. It's the point of life. It's not about money. It's about, ooh, why does everybody want to go to that? I want to feel it out and see if I like it too. Like a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Rolls Royce, all those different types of cars. It's not about the money. It's about like, is that something that you even like for real? Like you see people do these things and you go to these restaurants, right? Have these different types of foods, but is that even something that you enjoy? And it's not about the money, it's about what it is. You know what I mean? It could be about the money. However, you emotionally want to know what that is, that's what it's all about. How are you going to be, how are you going to want to be in your life? Like, I like expensive things. I don't know why, but some things that are just like that. Foods, like, I like to go to Sprouts. I like to go to Albertsons. Now I like to get most of my stuff at different specialty stores, farmers markets, because I like to really be picking out the details of what it is and not mass quantity it. That's just, I don't know. I'm more like tailored into what that is, I guess, for myself. Um, but that's just what I like, what I enjoy. What do you like and what do you have that is just super good for what you like to feel? Because it's about how you feel. It's not about money. It shouldn't be. It's about because some of the most expensive wines I've ever had, mm, towards the least, you know, balance is important. Having the right thing at the right thing at the right thing, that's what's vital key. Whether it's this, that, or that, it makes no difference. It's important for what you want, what you need. Who are you? Who are you? When's the next time you want to go camping? Do you like to hike? I do. It makes me feel good to be on top of everything all the time. That's yeah. How much are you staying on top of the day? Do you wake up early? Do you eat a lot? Don't starve yourself. Don't do it. It's not good. It's not good. Don't do it. When you wake up in the morning, is the sun up? Don't worry about what time it is. What does it look like inside? I want you to talk to me. A lot of people have a lot of things they want to say. How do you do that? How do you talk? How do you do the right thing, no matter what it is? What is the right thing? What does that even mean, right? Opinions. Who cares? Have you ever cared so much about somebody else's opinion that you swayed your entire life for it? It's important to, like, separate some people and some things. Sometimes it's okay to let them back in. And sometimes it's just, it's okay, let it go. It's the hard part. What to do. Absentee. That's all mine for a moment. How do you spend your... What time is it where you are? How do you spend your time? Do you stretch? Do you do things like that? Do you look at everything? Place everything in the right way? How do you feel? Are you excited to be alive? So right now, getting ready to go to bed. So I'd stretched. I massage my feet, massage my legs. Take some inner peace in growing things. How do you cope? How do you feel? You like baths? I used to take a lot of baths. I knew I know someone that takes a ton, a lot, if they still do. Do you walk? Do you run? What healthy choices do you make for your life? I'd love to know. I have this park that's a couple miles away. Big lake. Next to this nice shopping center area. I think I've been to all the places. Not ate of all of them, but just sit back, had a drink. It's where I like to go grocery shopping and things. You like to go to Sprouts? I like Sprouts. I like their vitamins. They've got a good selection of a lot of those things. On the weekends, I go and get stuff from my parents, my sister, and her husband. Different things. What do you do for your family? What do you do for the people that you love, care about? Your friends. Do you give things to your friends? Just out of the blue? What kind of things do you do for you? What kind of foods do you like to eat? Ooh. Right now, I'm eating a lot of greens, big time. Like, I'll get these huge bags of mixed kale and different things, and it's awesome. Cabbage and stuff. And then I got this avocado. I think it's poppy seed. Looks like it may be, but it may not be. This like avocado creamy dressing that's just bomb. It's really good. I have this pasta sauce that I just got that I'm excited to use, but I'll probably use it maybe tomorrow. Do you like to watch TV shows? I don't really at all. It's hard for me to watch something that I don't know. I like this more, I guess. It makes me feel more. I don't know. How do you explain it? Like if I don't mind. Like I wouldn't mind going to a good movie. Is there any good movies out right now? The last movie I went to go see, I think it was months ago. Months ago. And it was Wicked too. We sat there in the front row, for real, in these like beds, lounges. I haven't been to the theater since. That was a while ago. I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago. What do you like to do in your spare time? Who do you talk to on a regular basis? Do you watch a lot of TV shows? I haven't been able to really get into a lot of the ones that are out right now. Last thing that I really watched is I went through all the Harry Potters, and that was probably about a month ago, maybe. And that was fun. It took me a little while to get through them all because, I'm not going to just sit there and binge the whole thing. And if you did, how many weekends could you really do that for? I went through all the Star Wars from beginning to end. Not all the TV shows and all those different types of things, but I did all do all the movies. I'm not really a movie person. Like I like to sit there and watch a good show. But if I'm by myself, I don't really watch anything. I don't. Like on the weekends, I'll watch movies with my family, and that's fine. But I don't know. I'm just not that type of a person, I guess, right now. Or if there's just nothing out there that I really care to see, maybe that's what it is. Okay, so I did watch all the Night at the Museums with Ben Stiller with my dad, and I'm not gonna lie, I laughed my butt off until I cried, and those are great. Those were hilarious. I loved all of them. It was freaking awesome. It was great. It's hilarious. I watched that new Frankenstein. Have you seen that? That was wild. It talks about a lot of the system in the body that is not talked about. It's watch it. Watch it. It has some nudity in it. It did like so like pass through that. The concept of building a human being with an understanding on how they can heal like that is whoa to me. Check it out. Have you ever seen Old Guard? That's a good one. Old Guard's a really good one. Charlize Theron? I think that's her name. Yeah. Are you into like powers? DC Comics? Do you like that type of thing? How much reality do you see in that stuff? Each one of those people, heroes or whatever, have their own room. Fact. Style. Colors. Look at the colors that they wear. Their outfits. It's all facts. They have inside who they want to be opened all the way through. And that's what it means. Maybe there's some things that we can talk about that's a non joking way going forward about that. I believe everybody has something on the inside that if you harness it enough, it's like superpowers for real. Have you ever seen spiritual people do a lot of things? Maybe you should look into that practice. And inside your room, do a lot of this and find out what that is inside of who you are. Because I think the more we can do that for real, always, we start to open and start to be very creative in this Aquarian era, right? Maybe we should talk about that. Okay. Yeah, maybe we should talk about that. Maybe we should talk about the Aquarian era. It's not anything else but the opening of who you are to become something different. It's the cleansing of a lot of things. That's what's happening. It's the cleansing of a lot of details and things. Yeah. You ever see people glitch? Weird things on reels and stuff? Watch the glitching of people. You want me to go into that? It's in the nervous system. The nervous system does different types of things and details of who you are and quirks with you. There's a lot of spiritual aspects to what that is. An awakening is the opening of your golly lymph node system. Okay, yeah. Nervous system, I call it that whole deal because I'm not going into the details of what it is just yet. But if you want to, okay. A lot of pressure will open that. It's just a fact. You have things on the inside that start to release and start to give you awarenesses of what you are on an outer level for real. If you know how I have been working through stuff, how are you working through stuff? Are you? Do you want to? What kind of shoes do you have? What kind of shoes do you wear? Like right now, I have a pair of Hugo Boss black sneakers, and right next to those, I have a pair of Nikes running shoes. Those are the two shoes, the only shoes that I have right there next to my door. I like to just keep them, keep everything close. Makes me happy, strong, powerful. What kind of shoes do you put on your feet? Who are you as an individual? You wear Adidas? You wear three stripers? Do you wear jeans? What is your outer clothing? Do you like soft materials? Whenever you put your stuff in the washer, does it always shrink? Do you dry clean your clothing? All these different aspects of who you are is what I'm talking about. This is your room. What kind of hangers do you use? Are they all plastic in different colors? Are they all black? Are they wooden? Are they all the same? Exact, identical? How are you clean? Do you wear a watch? This watch was given to me. My Nike shoes were given to me. This blanket was given to me. I buy stuff all the time. I bought this. I love my backpack. I had to upgrade it. I had things that I had to go and do. What's inside of your place, your room, your passions, your joys, your love, your wants, your desires? How humble are you whenever something happens? Can you tell somebody thank you? I like to stretch every day. Every day. Can you touch your toes? Gotta touch your toes. You gotta touch your feet. Yeah, are you one of those people that have weird foot deals? Don't be like that. Love every part of your body. Because if you don't love every part of your body, how will you have somebody else do that for you, with you, togetherness? Like, you gotta be able to love you. Know how. Know how to love yourself. What's the plan? What time do you have your alarm clock set for tomorrow? Are you off? Maybe. Are you working? Go to my LinkedIn. I talk about brands because they are levels of choices and understandings of things. How deeply are you understanding who you are? For real. That's the whole point. It's not about anything else. If you go to certain places and go to certain brands and certain things, it's pretty apparent who you are. It's just a fact. It's a knowing of life and things and what you see and how you see yourself to be. It's kind of wild, but it's not a joke. It's hard to talk about, to be honest, because I don't want to think that like money is held higher than some things, but through God and through God teaching people to be able, you do learn how to kind of set your life up to be in the right way for a long, long, long time. God can teach you like permanency. Like, what does that mean for you? Because time is not the same for everyone. Okay, you want a quick deal? Okay, so what time is it where you are? I bet it's different than where I'm at. Time is different for everyone, everywhere, all the time. So you should probably focus on your time, your moments. And if they're conflicting with certain things, you need to find where that is not conflicting with certain things and feel through if you need to be away from it or into it to learn and to guide into the growing aspects of what you're going to turn into. How much do you write? That's a big aspect. That's a growing piece of working through a lot of things very fast. You have to learn how to be the type, write, and then type, fill up journals until you can figure it out. That's how I did my first book. Someone had to teach me how to put it all together. I didn't know how to put any of it together. Now I wrote 29. One more is actually on the way. It comes out 2029. It's a mergers and acquisition book for finance and the stuff that needs to come out. You need to find out what that means for you. Sure, you gotta find it. How much in depth intention do you place on your time? The space that you feel in the day. You ever thought about like, if I wasn't doing this, what would I be doing instead? You ever thought about that? Man, I'd rather be doing this. You have to just be the way you want to be, and that's all, man. You just have to be like that, and that's good. This is just a good time to just stop for a moment and relax for a second, let your body settle and see where you go. Don't make any choices until you stop for a little bit, stretch out yourself and just just wait and just wait. Don't do anything else. How much can you just sit there and just be okay? I sat with a monk one time. Well, that was wild. I'll tell you about an experience real quick. About so I went to this. I was in Texas. I went to this temple, and it was with you know who you are, right? And her kids, and you know who you are, right? And I sat inside the temple, and this monk came behind me and sat up in the front, and I locked eyes with him, and he was like this. He said, "Come here." So I was like, "Okay." So in the Buddhist belief, you stay lower than they are. It's just respect. So you just no matter what you believe in, you have to be respectful to everybody still. So I kind of crawled over there to where he was, and he was like, "You want to know a lot of stuff about who you want to be, and I want to listen to what you want to talk about." And we just sat there and chatted for a while. But the thing is I don't know what happened, but I just sat there. And before anybody said a word, I just started crying. And he looked at me and he said, "Oh, you experienced this, whatever that was." It started with a D or something. I don't know. Dharma or something. I don't know what it was. I don't know. And he said, you're in the moment. And that was like the most clarifying time I've ever really had. It was at that time it was like everything. It was a couple years ago. Maybe a few years ago. Have you ever felt like that? To be able to know your own time, your moment, because it is for real. There is a time, place, setting that God is inside of your life. And God wants you to be right there, right there, right there, every moment, every moment, every moment. It's the moment. It's like when everything settles and it's the baseline of where you are. That's my room. That's what I mean. I hope you have a good day, good night, good everything that you want to become. As for me and my moment, I'm out.